A major part of Britain's energy supply should come from a new generation of nuclear power stations. That was the view from Downing Street today as ministers unveiled their latest plans for securing stable energy supplies in the long term. The plans also include investing in renewable sources, such as wind power, and forcing big offices to switch off the lights at night. Our environment analyst, Roger Harrobin, reports.
It's not too long since many ministers were opposed to nuclear power. Now they appear genuinely worried that the lights may go out in the next decade. So they're saying yes, please, to nuclear.
We are boosting renewable energy significantly. But let's be absolutely clear about this. We are not going to be able to make up through wind farms all the deficit on nuclear power. We're just not going to be able to do it.
But there are still many uncertainties over nuclear. So ministers can't guarantee new nuclear stations. That's a gift for the opposition.
There is nothing in this white paper that will guarantee that a single nuclear power station will ever be built. So where has the vengeance for nuclear power gone?
Governments say they expect a nuclear decision before the end of the year, but some doubt whether we'll ever see new nuclear power stations.
The energy gap is not there, it's an illusion. It's largely a figment of the forecasts, and even if it were there, nuclear can't help you with our energy security. It can't do anything to replace oil, it can't do very much to replace gas, and you can't build nuclear power stations fast enough to replace the electricity power stations that are going to come offline in the next few years.
It's renewables that will benefit while the nuclear wrangling goes on. Offshore wind power and wave power will both receive more funding. And energy efficiency will get a much-needed boost. The government will set limits on the CO2 emitted by big retailers, office firms, large councils, even the BBC. They'll be able to trade permits to pollute between each other. Some offices are ablaze all night. Electricity is just a tiny fraction of the costs for firms like these. The government's hoping that its new scheme will jolt them into turning the lights off. And there'll be more help for small firms and individuals to save energy. Firms like the Bandvalk Tyre factory in Plymouth. They're saving £45,000 a year thanks to new bits of kit designed to conserve power, including an energy clock.
Up here we have an energy clock just below the normal clock. It's part of our energy raising awareness, and it shows at any instant in time the power consumption in the factory.
The white paper will force power firms to supply households with energy displays like this, so we can all see how much electricity we're wasting. But this is uncontroversial stuff. This white paper has dodged the really tough decisions on cutting energy from cars and planes. Critics say it's not nearly radical enough to tackle climate change. Roger Harrobin, BBC News.